Hi guys, so today's video is about simple steps for meditation for beginners. So beginners meditation steps, and there are just simple steps I'm going to give you. So the first step to start meditating is to find a quiet place. Really simple. You can meditate in your bedroom, you can meditate on the couch in the living room. You can find a different room where you think it's always peaceful and quiet, it's away from all the chaos. And of course, it's away from distractions as well. So when you are finding a quiet place, make sure that it doesn't have your phone in there, which is going to vibrate, and then you're going to get distracted. Make sure that you know the people in the house know that you're going to be meditating there, so nobody comes and disturbs you. And I think the third thing to keep in mind is for that room to be clean. So if it's a clean space, you will feel like sitting there quietly, peacefully. You won't get this itch to start cleaning and clearing the place. And of course, a clean space also means it's easier for you to clear your mind when you sit there. So finding a quiet place and a nice place and a clean place is the first step to start meditating. The second step is to sit still. I've spoken about stillness in one of my videos, and it's a really important one to be able to sit still for some time. And it doesn't have to be like 20 minutes or like 30 minutes or an hour. It can just be literally 3 minutes of stillness before you start meditating. It's only because once you're still, your mind can calm down. It has a chance to clear up as well. So sitting still is the second step. The third step is to observe your breath. Now, a lot of the times you will have this kind of, an urge to control your breath or to take deep breaths intentionally. You can do that at the beginning when you need to find your breath a little bit. So you need to become a bit more aware of it. So taking a few heavy breaths at the beginning might actually help you, or taking a few deeper breaths at the beginning will kind of help you to find that kind of anchor. And once you've done that, once you've found it, just breathe normally. Allow your mind to really calm down. And as you observe your breath, you need to make sure you're observing every inhale and every exhale. So making sure that your concentration is really on the breath at all times. And the next step is to bring your concentration back to your breath. So this step is really interesting because a lot of people tell me that they've tried meditating, and what they come back to is that I can't concentrate for too long. That's why I don't meditate. And I think that's a massive excuse, because that is the whole point of meditation, is to improve your concentration and for being able to bring your attention to where you want it to go, kind of having a bit of control over where your concentration is and where your attention goes, because where our attention goes, energy flows. So you need to make sure that when you have different thoughts, these could be thoughts about the past, they could be thoughts about the future, they could be really silly thoughts, it could be a song that plays in your head. This used to happen to me a lot when I started meditating. I used to have songs playing in my head. It's very important to not engage in them and just seeing them as a river. So making sure you are aware of it, you acknowledge it. So you can acknowledge, yeah, this song is playing in my head. And then it's like you just let it play and you come back to your breath and you start focusing and observing every inhale and exhale once again. So yes, you will have times where your thoughts are going to probably take over. They're going to bring up emotions that might not be very nice, and you might want to just switch from one thought to another, and you might engage in it. Now, there's a difference between acknowledging and engaging. So acknowledging is where you know that you've had this thought, and then you can just accept it. Yes, I've had this thought, and then bring your attention back to your breath. Engaging is where you start daydreaming about it. So you get totally into the situation, and then you're like, oh yeah, this is what I'll say to that person, and then this is what they'll say back to me. And this is what I'm going to do next, or thinking about why did that person do this, or like, spiraling into more thoughts about the same topic. That is when you're engaging, and that's when you're becoming obsessive about something. And that's not going to help your meditation, because at that point you're not meditating, you are actually daydreaming, and you're engaging in a past or future experience which doesn't exist in the present moment. So the whole idea is to acknowledge it, saying, okay, I've just had a thought about this, and now I'm going to allow it to pass, because every thought passes. It doesn't stay there forever unless you engage in it. So allow it to pass, and then you can bring your attention back to your breath and just observe every inhale and exhale. You will really enjoy this process of meditation. And the last step, which is the fifth step, is to make sure you're relaxing your mind. So not meditating when you have a lot of too many things to do, so finding the right time to meditate, making sure that you're really allowing yourself to relax, and not being in a very anxious state of mind, because when you're too anxious, you need to make sure it'll take you a lot of effort to then calm down, and it shouldn't be forced, and that's the fifth step. It has to be natural, it has to be calm, and it shouldn't be forced. You can't force your mind to calm down, because then you're just going to end up in this resistance thing, and that's going to bring up more negative emotions and more negative thoughts. So 5 simple steps. You can try meditation early in the morning. You can try it in your lunchtime. You can start doing it before bed. And I would recommend that if you're a beginner, you do it before bed, because 10 minutes of meditation before bed can be quite easy, because it eases you into a nice sleep as well. It relaxes your mind. It kind of refreshes, the day. It's like pressing the refresh button, after you have on your browser, and it just refreshes everything. So it's meditating at the end of the day before you go to bed is a lot like, pressing the refresh button. You can try this meditation with these 5 simple steps, and do let me know how you find it. And I will be making more videos on going deeper into the meditation. This is just basic for any beginner who's looking to start meditating. So have a good week. I hope this video helps you. And if it does, do let me know. All my contact details are in the description below. Have a nice week ahead, and take care of yourself. Bye-bye.